Welcome to Timeline Module 9. This is called Race Theory and the Aryan Model Construct. Historical discontinuity. One of the keys to stopping self-love and self-respect and to realizing the potential that lies within. Can't-do attitudes versus can-do attitudes. Once again, that mind thing. Love of other cultures first versus love of own culture first. You know, what is your culture? You got to know your culture and your culture away from the negative influences as well, so you can understand what it is in its richest sense. Negative race behaviors versus positive race behaviors. Tests to show IQ have been proved to be conceptual nonsense, tightly bound up in racist eugenicist scholarship. In 1976, a California court outlawed IQ testing for being unconstitutional because it discriminated against blacks and Mexicans. But there seem to be very powerful influences maintaining its use in British education, which can be inferred by the fact that, it says here, proud, lazy, deceitful, thievish, addicted to all kinds of lust and ready to promote them in others. Incestuous, savage, cruel, and vindictive, devourers of human flesh and quaffers of human blood. Inconstant, base, and cowardly, devoted to all kinds of superstition, and in short, to every vice that came with their way or within their reach. The global white supremacy construct has clear historical roots and is based on the historical association with Greco-Roman high culture. This is a clear case of romantic ideals and associations, and this is discussed at this point as borrowing from the mainly Germanic peoples of the European Enlightenment, who are in fact the historical antagonists of the Roman world. Think about this. The term Vandal relates to the Germans who went down to Rome and sacked Rome. And yet romantic, remember the word romantic? A creator of false histories, a fantastic liar. And if you look at these are like facial angles. He was the guy who invented these ideas, that the ideal angle, that from the upper lip to the forehead, the ideal angle was a bust of Aristotle. Not even a real person, a bust of Aristotle. Aristotle, of course, the teacher of Alexander the Not-So-Great, died in 322 BC. So this is the reverence they have for this particular man because his death begins the period of the Hellenistic period in 322 BC. So when you see these things, they're saying that the European looks more like their idea of Aristotle, and then you got the African, then I think it's the orangutan, then the baboon, then the monkey. And so they say that the more slope your face is, the less intelligent. You know this thing here? Yeah, okay. He ascribed the Greek temperaments to each of the colors to provide characteristics for each of the colors. So watch this. White equals gentle and inventive. Red, stubborn, merry, and angered easily. Yellow, sallow, avaricious, and easily distracted. Now I want to give you this high scientific method, because what I'm now going to do is give you the reason that you are, if you're black, if you're inferior, and if you're white, you are superior. And I show people this stuff, and that'll shock and amaze you. Yeah, watch this one now. This is how Blumenbach determined the superiority of race. What he would do, he gets skulls from around the world. I'll give you the detail of that in a while, but this is what he actually used to do. He placed them on the floor between his feet. And then he determined racial superiority by viewing the skulls from above and behind and decided which had the most beautiful form. Did you hear that then? Did you hear that? This is the root to racial superiority. Yeah? Interestingly enough, if you're Asian, where would you be on that one? If you're Asian, which one would you be under? Where would Asians go? Come on. You're going to say brown Malayan, aren't you? Yeah? No. I'm going to shock and amaze you. I remember two brothers from Moss Side having an argument one time in the prison when I was teaching down in Garth Prison. There was a massive argument going on. And then I walked into the class. And as I walked in, I said, I was wondering what the hell was going on. And they turned around to me and they said, yo, P, what do you think's right, creation or evolution? And my answer was, how long is a day to God? Why could creation not be evolution? He did the research for tripartite education, education for all as part of the welfare state, and which formed the 1944 Education for All Act, the Education Act, Education for All. What was exposed in the 1970s by his secretary is that he did not do any research. He was supposed to have done this research on 70-odd sets of twins, but he did no research. He based it all on his racist eugenicist scholarship. This is basically people keeping the ball rolling in one way or the other. Their ball, the lineage of race theorists. So